Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. It's day 31, we only have 4 days left until sunrise. So...
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
Let's not. Let's concentrate on getting our bridge anchors, or at least getting the resources for bridge anchors. We need 4. Right? Yeah, we need 4 bridge anchors, which means we're going to need... Can I upkeep 80 metals and 80 polymers. In order to get 80 polymers, we need to get double that in organics and minerals. So, in terms of assignments, the advanced non-metals deposit outpost might actually be really handy. Let's wait 10 seconds for... Yeah, you can go to the metals outpost. Okay, the research is done, and the question is... Crafting this is actually gonna set us back 50 metals. Let's not do this. Let's not do this now. Let's deal with that once we're in the next place. I want to make sure that we...
Should I do this now?
Yeah, you can go to the workshop. I want to make sure that we actually make it out of here. So... We assigned you to the metals outpost. We have some organics, so I think we really need minerals right now, so... Where's our minerals deposit? There it is. Let's grab some. Double check at the refinery. I think the first one is cute, right?
Should I do this now?
Can you go to the refinery actually instead of the kitchen? Because we have enough food until tomorrow. And we have mush as a backup, so in order to get this done, you go to the refinery. And we are starting to generate polymer.
I don't have enough resources to continue. Should I address this instead?
And now we're out of organics. Let's fast travel and grab some organics as well. Actually, this might end up being pretty close.
Long day, huh?
Let's see, how far are we? Okay, the first bridge anchor is already produced. And is being produced, so... 1 out of 4, how far are we? Did we already queue up some more polymers? Think so, but nobody's working there yet. So maybe I should spend some additional time at the refinery, even though we get the penalty for working after hours. But I want to make sure that I leave some time to speak to people, because literally everyone seems to want to talk. Let's start with the scientist. Something you wanted to discuss.
Hey, you wanted to discuss something? Indeed, the botanist.
What about him?
What about him? He's running around the base like a baboon in heat, all excited about you reconnecting with your ex-wife.
Huh.
I hope that's not true. Well, In that case, it has to stop.
I guess he has a point, but it's also not really his business. Does he know her? No, right? But yeah, I'm trying to get her off our backs, which at least of our scent, so she doesn't cause us any more problems.
Don't worry, I'm only trying to get her off our backs. Reassure her that everything's fine so that she stops prying. Oh, good. Don't get me wrong, I liked Lena. But you and I both know there are things she wouldn't understand.
You know her after all?
Mark my words. We'll be in deep trouble if she starts asking too many questions. You'll be in trouble.
Why? Why is it so important not only for Maxwell? Like, Lena said that Maxwell wants to keep like all the glory to himself. That makes sense, but why are both Lucas? Okay, maybe I understand Lucas because Maxwell is like Lucas' mentor or something, and young scientist. So, like, I wish we could ask him. What's actually the problem with her discovering what's going on? Yeah. There might be lots of reasons, but I would like to have it like explicitly stated. Maxwell said the same
That's what
thing.
Maxwell said. Head of mining ops, smart guy. I'd stick to him if I were you.
Okay, how am I doing?
Hey, so how am I doing? According to your high standards? You want me to tell you? When you're successful, you know it. You don't have to run around asking people.
So I am
Is
successful.
success really all that matters to you? What else is there?
Love and friendship?
Love, friendship, bonding with fellow human beings. That's so nice. We are born alone and die alone. Lovers and friends are just a way to forget about that. Tell me, did you never even try to do something significant in your life? I remember being very motivated in the first years of my studies. Motivated and competitive. Yeah. So when did you stop pushing?
This guy is about success and about legacy, maybe then? I didn't want my life to be just about work. I was tired of competing. I preferred easy money. I didn't want my life to be just about work.
I didn't want my life to be just about work. So when I got a good business offer, I thought it would be a smart way to have the cake and eat it. The beginning of a downfall. Why did you stay at the university?
Oh yeah, he stayed.
Because of a scholarship I didn't get. Wait, you mean the one we had in our pocket? But lost in the final round, yes. I took that hard. So did I. But it motivated me. I stayed to have a go at that scholarship next year, and I succeeded.
I wish I'd done the same. I reacted like a human. It cost you your personal life though. Yeah, I reacted like a human.
My reaction was the human one, I guess. If you mean flawed, then yes, I suppose it was. But it's not being human or not that differentiates me from you. It's
I didn't mean to imply that.
I'm successful because I'm the version of you that doesn't get discouraged by failure. Imagine what I could achieve in your role here.
Oh, is he like actually angling? In some ways, he might have a point, but then again, he's not called young captain. He's called young scientist, right? Maybe there is a version of me that would be a better captain, but I'm not seeing it on a quantum computer. I can be just as efficient as you.
I'm pretty sure I can be just as efficient. We'll see about that.
Who
I
else?
spotted a few loose screws here and there. Makes me wonder if you're not trying to break things to look busy. If you're bored enough to start conspiracy theories, I can find you something to do.
Let's talk to the
Please,
botanist.
I'm just messing with you.
Let's talk about Lena.
Let's talk about Lena again. Always. Did you think it through?
I've decided I don't want to get into it. I think he still wants to tell me stuff about her, right? And coach. Yeah, I really don't want to get into that with him.
Yes, but I've decided I don't want to get into it. Shame. Well, I guess you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I mean, maybe I'm not really... Yeah, task failed the good husband. I don't know, maybe I'm not role-playing correctly, because Jan Prime would probably use this, like, if you...
Keeping busy, I hope.
Like, he's in so much shit already, and it would probably fuck with your brain, having all these alternate personalities, so I can't even say if I wouldn't do the same, but yeah. As I said from the beginning, I just don't like the idea of this guy having information from simulated Lena and you using that to your advantage. Doesn't feel right. Can I still talk to these guys even though it's late at night? How? Oh! New arm?
Hey, how's the new arm?
Shit, man, I never thought I'd be so worked up about a part of myself. I
It
can't stop
work
looking
then?
at it. It's so, neat. Here.
I thought he was going to give me the finger. Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Cute, right? And guess what? No pain. I can't thank you enough, bro.
No problem,
I know how
bro.
much it cost you to make that shit. And you nabbed some rubidium for me as well. Not to mention pissing off our whiz kid.
Yeah, but couldn't have done it without
Careful
the scientist.
there. I wouldn't have done anything without the scientist's research.
Oh, you're right. Here's to you and fucking Brainiac. This arm can do anything for both of you now. Well, no, not anything, but you know what I mean, like
Kinky.
work-wise.
Sure. Just get back to what you were doing, alright?
Okay, young technician, can I wake him up? Quick talk before we go to sleep? About the miner's
About the
arm.
miner's arm. Kudos to you for sticking to the hard way. Let me just say, the miner's much more self-confident now. You know, it's funny how real it feels. All of us here, like a proper crew, fighting or helping each other out. Just like actual people. Yeah.
Neat. Think they're all doing pretty well, but there's... maybe botanist isn't doing... Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because of the whole Leonard situation. I should probably sleep in the infirmary again and make sure production is set up correctly. The refinery is still working on polymers, and we are already working on another bridge anchor in the workshop once the radiation filter gets done. Let's go to sleep. We only have 3 more days, because it's day 32. Alright, we definitely need more organics. Can we make sure everyone is doing something useful? Make sure someone is... Where are you, workshop? Workshop needs to be manned. The metals outpost, I think we might be good on the metals outpost for now, so let's put him on minerals, no, organics. And this guy on minerals. And we are going to go into the refinery. Finish up that polymer. Now something broke. The workshop broke, that's not great. I think I'm gonna fix this.
I don't have enough resources to continue. Should I address this instead?
No. We're gonna be eating not so great for a day or two. We have one in storage. We're waiting on additional polymers. Can I make the polymers? No, nothing is queued. Because we are waiting on organics. Do I have someone assigned to organics? No. John Botanist, you should be on organics, mate. Actually... You go in the refinery. And I'm gonna grab some more organics.
Well,
Rubidium, minerals, metals, organics. We might not actually make it. I'm gonna spend the additional hour. How are we doing? We have one bridge anchor, but we don't have enough resources to craft another one. We have enough metals, but we still don't have enough polymers. And in the refinery, we are working on some. And we do have enough to queue one additional one. So let's work some overtime in the refinery. There's still some work to do. How far along are we then? Okay, we have another one queued, so we are at like 50%. So we have more than enough metals, so let's check our assignments and make sure that we are concentrating on the stuff we need for polymers, which is organics and minerals. Let's put our miner on organics and maybe our technician on that, and in the morning I'm gonna get started with the refinery.
How are you?
Oof, and we desperately gonna need someone to actually do some base maintenance. So Jan Technician is gonna do base maintenance tomorrow morning. Jan Botanist is gonna do workshop and minerals outpost. No. Yeah, minerals outpost for Jan Scientist. Damn. And then we are going to go into the refinery, and quickly before we head to bed, we're gonna have a talk with the scientist.
hey,
You want to talk?
Something you wanted to discuss with me? Remember our little chat about success? Yeah. What about it? I wanted to suggest we push harder.
What do you mean?
Tell me. Crunch hours. Clean and simple. A lot of productivity is wasted on socializing, binge watching a series for the length of time, or just pointless moping about. People can work till they drop, you know. It's been done before in emergency situations.
I mean, fuck you in general, but he has a point. We might not make it out of here because we might end up not being able to produce the bridge anchors in time, but
Will we really be more productive? Just watch and rejoice. Of course they won't be happy about it, but it's a small price to pay. I guarantee that. Still, it doesn't sound like something I could keep up forever. No. But even doing it at small intervals can drastically speed up the completion of crucial tasks.
okay, 2 days. Never again.
Okay.
Well,
Why not?
until the story
I
objective
might just
next
try it out.
forces me to,
Excellent.
because
Just
of my
don't wait until they get used to procrastinating.
lack of
too
planning.
much.
Productivity boost. Optional task. Announce crunch via the assignments tab. Crunch hours. Yeah, let's start crunch hours tomorrow though, because it's already 2300 anyway, so let's sleep in the infirmary again. Maybe let's not. Maybe I'm fucking myself with going the extra hour of mining every day and wasting like what, 3 hours of daylight every day in the infirmary. So let's go to sleep. Only 2 more days. Day 33. Okay. We're gonna announce crunch hours. And we are going to go into the refinery and finish this polymers package. And now we're waiting on
Is Barry?
everything. No, mostly we're waiting mostly on minerals. Is anyone assigned to minerals right now? Young scientist, but he's not on shift yet, so I guess I should use that time and head out there myself until he shows up. There we go. Should show up now. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go back to base and see how far along we are. The kitchen is broken and the
Busy, I hope.
infirmary. Okay, 3 things are broken. That's not great. We're crafting a radiation filter right now. We still only have 1 bridge anchor, but another one is in the queue. We have 10 polymers with more than enough metals. And in order to make the next polymer... Okay, we already have the next polymer queued, so we should spend the next 2 hours actually creating these polymers. And now we're still locked on emeralds. Yeah, the botanist is working on the second bridge anchor. It's at 59%. I think we should have enough. So I'm gonna spend some time at least, maybe until we have enough minerals again for the next queue up. There we go. And now the technician can take over that job, and I'm gonna head back to the refinery. To finish the next polymers package. There we go. Okay, I think we're gonna make it. We are already 75% done with the third bridge anchor, so we only gonna need 1 more shipment of polymers, which we
All done.
should
Take care
shortly.
of this now.
You can go to the kitchen, yeah, make sure we actually get some more food, because we're slowly running out. I think I'm just gonna manually wait until the minerals are here. there we go.
We're out of resources. Should I go there instead?
There we go. Now I think we have the last bridge anchor queued up. And we might actually finish up till end of day. Are there any other tasks? The path ahead, yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't think we're building the third Rupidium arc right now because of space constraints, so no. And we can introduce crunch. I think everyone is doing well enough apart from the botanist, so even though we might not end up needing it, I think it's fine to keep crunch up for the moment. I think I'm just gonna... Well, there's not much to do really. I don't want to go outside because of radiation. And is there anything... This will get done. Assuming this guy's keeping his hours. The kitchen is also already being worked on. Can you see it actually somewhere on this screen? No. The greenhouse, we have enough raw food right now. And the refinery is working on... Wait, do we need that? I'm confused. Yeah, that's... No? 3, 4, we don't need... Well, I think we're gonna need them at some point. So... Is there a way for me to just pass the time? Like skip 30 minutes without having something to do? I can't really play beer pong because everyone else is working, right? How and where do I place those bridge anchors, by the way? Oh yeah, I can't go out right now. I'm guessing it's where I placed that, like 2 on our side and 2 on the side where I already placed like that turbocharged pole, that travel thing. We are tired. Are we done? Okay, I think that can wait until tomorrow then. Any socializing to do? Anyone want to talk maybe? Guess not. So I'm gonna show them another movie then. In the social room. And I think I'm just gonna keep up the crunch just to have the side task done.
Long day, huh?
And it's time to go to sleep. I can't? Is it because of crunch? Well, I guess we failed the crunch task, but at least we can go to sleep now. It's day 34, sunrise in 1 day. Young scientist wants to talk.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss.
Got everything you need out there?
Not right now. Right now the most important thing is to finish the last... No, not the last radiation filter actually. Finish the last bridge anchor. And just to make sure I'm not siphoning any Okay, that it already vanished from the crafting menu, but it's still in the refinery. Let's remove the polymers, so we don't automatically waste all our... Wait, did that recipe vanish as well? Whatever, we're good. I'm gonna go outside and see if I can place the bridge anchors. It should be... yeah, there. It's already indicating. As always, I'm getting confused about the map direction. There was something I could do about these, right? Oop. Oop. Okay. Building mode. Bridge anchor. 1. Bridge anchor building mode. Bridge anchor 2. And let's hit a quick fast travel. Let's recharge first. Wait, that actually... yeah, I didn't see that, I think, the last time I recharged. It does take some time, so it's not
This looks
free.
like a good spot to place the bridge anchors.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Building mode. Bridge anchor. There we go. Oh! Just like that? Can I... ooh, that's trippy. I wouldn't want to go over that in real life. That would freak me out. Not great with heights. Oh. Not running into that guy. Gather enough organics to fuel the base and start the engines. So I think we already have our miner on organics, right? But we can produce additional organics if we grab some enriched metals and refine that into organics and metals, I think.
Should I move there?
You can go into the greenhouse for now. And I'm gonna check the refinery. ALX to organics. Oh yeah, right. Right, I completely forgot about that. But that actually seems to be pretty good, right? Well, no. Actually not. I thought it was like 18 organics per, but it was for all of my ALX. Okay, that's pretty bad. I need how much? 435, so we need to completely fill up our organics reservoir, our tank. I mean, I can just, I guess, minerals. We can just spend some time drilling for minerals. We don't really need them right now, but we don't have a lot.
Should I take care of this now?
You can do base maintenance, sure. Okay, we're not filling our tanks today, right? No way.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Sure.
Rid of you.
What's wrong with you? Do you have something to do? Can I refine any... How much organics do I get there? Not a lot, right? But... Can I dismantle the base, maybe? Crunch? Any crunchers? Wanna maybe get out there and grab 40 more organics? Yeah, radiation burn, that's fine. All good, bros. To be fair, Mr. Scientist, it was your idea to start crunching in the first place. Just putting it out there. Okay, I think we're already all done working and we're at 302. So, start to see if we can start dismantling the base. But we can't really. What could we dismantle? I mean... But the Rupidium arc is only quote-unquote 32. The medium storage is 65. We need to get rid of 130 though, so we would need to get rid of 1 medium storage and 2 small storage, which would mean losing a lot of storage. But as it is, we have metal that we don't really need, and we have a lot of rupidium that we don't really need, so could actually go to storage and maybe destroy 60 metals and that way we can actually get rid of some storage, maybe? Not enough storage space. Storage will decrease by 300. Get rid of some rupidium then. Journey cost 370. We have 302? Yeah. Is there like a room we can demolish in order to get... We cannot... It's used for something important. Is there anything... No. We need to get rid of some more stuff in storage. Screw the metal. Screw the minerals. Screw the rupidium. Let's not get rid of the organics by accident. Remove this. Storage space would go down by another 120. But then our travel cost would be at 314, which is still too high. So maybe, is there something else we can demolish? Not really. The recycler doesn't... The recycler would get us -2. The greenhouse is kind of a bad idea, would get us -16. The social room. Damn, I really don't want to do this, but there's like no other way, right? Do I have stuff in my inventory that I could dismantle for organics? No. And it would also really be a shame if... I end up dismantling all this stuff for nothing. But okay, I'm gonna go through with it. I'm gonna just get rid of basically all my materials that we don't need for survival. And for getting out of here. So now we are really low. We only need a really low amount of storage, so we can remove this. And once we get rid of the additional metal that we got from this, we might be able to actually get rid of another mod. 120, 360. Okay, we need to get rid of anything else that has weight. Let's get rid of a mining outpost. How much does that weigh? There we go. Get rid of... a suit battery maybe? How much is a suit battery? I'm on my hands and knees here. 5. Drill cartridge. Sure, let's get rid of a drill cartridge. Can we now please remove one more storage unit? Now our journey cost is down to 286 and we are 302 organics in storage. We're gonna make it!
We're running out of storage space.
Shut up!
You know?
And let's... Wait, I really need to... Okay. I need to make sure that nothing in production is gonna use my... But we're not gaining anything right now, so what do I have to do? Start the engines, right? This guy? No? This guy? No? Airlock? How do I start the engines? I forgot. I forgot. How... No, not machinery. Stop this. It had like a... There, command, base navigation. What do you mean not enough resource? Organics got cute again. Who is... It was you. Ready to launch. Start journey. Are you sure you want to start the journey? You still have some unfinished business in the base. If you move now, the scientist will be disappointed with the lack of crunch. What do you mean? First up, we had crunch. And second up, that's hardly our biggest problem right now. I'm doing it. I'm not gonna wait what happens if the sun rises. I don't wanna... I'm not playing... I'm playing as if I didn't have a save, so... Yeah, great. We don't have any space, obviously, for all of that stuff, so... Bye-bye. Basically starting from 0, but at least we're gonna make it out of here. Journey 2. The scientist recovered from radiation burn. You're low on storage space. Time to unwind. A new task. Check out what's happening in the kitchen. The alters are arguing in the kitchen. What are we arguing about? About music.
Hey, what's going on? What are you arguing about?
We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views.
We can't agree on the playlist. I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Rotten is good. Grunge is good.
please. Why can't we at least take it easy with the music? Chill out. Calm our nerves. You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table? Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient. That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty of AI-fueled synth jazz.
That sounds like ass, bro.
Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please. You never said what you'd want to hear.
Let's get a rave started. Let's chill to something upbeat and calm. Let's turn up the volume on those guitars. I'm not sure we should be celebrating yet. I mean, we're not safe, but I wasn't sure we were going to make it at some point, so I think we have a right to celebrate. Let's get a rave started, sure, why not?
Get a rave started. Unbelievable. Look,
just to piss off the scientist even more.
One thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist. Of course we are. Yeah, I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle? Oh my word. Just as I was fighting so hard to get
Pickle
that
who?
out of my mind. The very mention of that
I turned myself into a Frickle Pickle?
Of humiliation. Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic. I actually have fond memories. Blisters on my fingers from strumming those strings all night. And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college. Speak for yourself. I got together with
Don't
the guys
you
several
usually
years
get
later
the
and
blisters
we
from the
jammed out
fretting,
a
not from the strumming?
Some good tunes we played too. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar. He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds. That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
That doesn't go on the playlist. Down, but the bastard was too drunk to find his way back out. Down came the rain and washed the fucker out. Pointless operation without... Down came the rain and washed the fucker out.
Down came the rain, washed the fucker out. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that. I wonder if we'd even remember
how far
how to play
up
that
his
simple tune.
behind
I haven't
is the
touched a
stick
guitar in ages.
in
Really?
Young Scientist?
Oh, I never gave up jamming with the Freckles. Well, not until the accident. I went back to fiddling with the instrument a little bit when we moved with Lennon. Nothing serious, though. Luckily, we're not here to perform music. You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar. You up to it?
I sure hope we don't have one.
Man, I'm telling
Long
you,
day,
Pete.
huh?
I gotta build one.
And I'm telling you this
Production.
is the least important of our priorities.
Let's make one then, I guess. Don't have a choice. What now? Back to the kitchen? Answer the call in the comms room. Oh. I'm guessing that would be Maxwell then? Maybe some good news finally?
Hello?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have good news.
Oh,
I managed to get your rescue team airborne.
what have you been doing so far then? Anyways, about time.
About time.
I've noticed you like complaining, Jan. If all your crew members share this trait, I can see why it can be an uphill battle.
Hey, that's a little mean.
Come on. I know you can take a joke. Believe me, I am as impatient as you for your safe return. And how is your cargo?
I think he's talking about the Rapidium.
Rapidium? Yeah, it's safe, don't worry.
Good. And your altars? Are there many of them?
I'm trying to keep that number limited. I've met as many as I could. Why so curious? Yeah, why so curious, actually?
Why so curious?
You think it's none of my business? It will be, sooner or later. You should
Sure.
know I've been busy too. Testing the waters, as they say, about the possible fate of your potential crew after you come back.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils
Yes,
down
yes,
to being a passive
based on
opportunist with no moral
anti-capitalist
center.
pill, but yeah, what's your angle? I'm happy, and I've been happy from the start to believe that Ally Corp doesn't have anyone's best interest in mind except its own board, potentially. My alters are in the interest. It's optional dialogue, so I'm gonna click it anyways, but they're really not, right?
But I don't get it. My altars are in the interest of
If anything, it's an inconvenience.
I had to make them to bring back Rapidium, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
liabilities.
they're also a liability. Imagine an uncontrolled leak to the public. Moral outrage on socials, competition taking over the narrative. Heads would have to fall, Rapidium or not. No, we don't want them to panic.
I mean, is there any reason to tell them at all? But yeah, let's ask whose interests he's protecting.
And whose interest are
Apart
you
from his own,
protecting?
obviously.
What are you hiding, Maxwell?
You got me there, Jan. I am hiding something quite embarrassing. An idealistic dream.
What about?
Remember when I told you about our lives being governed by chaos?
And how we struggle to find a meaningful pattern in it.
You are experiencing it clearly now, aren't you? Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rapidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
So he says he's basically just an idealist that wants to actually make a change. So, and I guess the goal is what, like, maybe it's not legacy, maybe it's really just idealism and the hope for a better future, but I mean, that's what I would say in his place, right? No matter what my real motives were, but I would sacrifice everything to protect your mission. I'm not sure I want that. Yeah, I'm not sure I want that.
I'm not really sure I want sacrifice. It usually comes with a promissory note.
I don't need to emotionally blackmail you, Jan. You already owe me enough.
Do I?
Oh, please. So you dug up some old research for me.
I didn't just dig it up. It was my research. Before they put me behind a desk, I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work. Exciting, promising experiments.
Yeah.
You were responsible for all this. The mind recruits, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
Who commissioned these experiments? What did you want to achieve? Did you experiment on people? Yeah, I'm really interested, and I hope I get to ask all of those questions. Because it still seems kind of weird to me that you have that kind of technology, and it seems like it didn't change anything or it didn't become relevant until you could do, like, in a way the I don't want to say least impressive thing, but the implanting of the memories into a real thing. But I spoke before on how I thought the whole branching and simulating part being old technologies is kind of weird, right? Because it seems like such a huge and such a hugely influential thing, and that it just happened to be around when we managed to find the Rapidium, so we could put the two together. But yeah, maybe we'll get some answers here. What did you want to achieve? I think that's the most interesting question.
What did you want to achieve?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry. Not now. Not on this connection. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
So it does make sense. Maxwell has basically been going rogue by allowing us to, once he confirmed, I think he confirmed it through Lucas, right? Not directly. Once he, through Lucas, confirmed that we had actually found Rapidium, which we did by the sheep thingy, he basically gave us access to the branching stuff on the quantum computer, but that part was never officially part of the mission, at least not in the eyes of the corporation, probably, of the mining missions. So it does make sense why both Maxwell and Lucas are very worried about anything about the alters getting out, right? Because that part wasn't really meant to happen. And if it was for the board of directors, or if it was for the company, they, at least according to Maxwell, may have even considered just letting, or if they had to decide between doing the self-branching and cloning yourself, or not getting the Rapidium, they might have actually chosen not to get the Rapidium. But Maxwell, at least that's what he says, thinks the Rapidium is so important and can have such a hugely beneficial impact that it's worth going both against, like, corporate interests or his quote-unquote bosses, I guess, going against legal. I think it was implied, at least, that it also was a violation of law. Probably, maybe the original project already was a violation of law, but maybe there are also rules on human cloning, which would make sense. Yeah, I think there was a third person I was going to say he was willing to go against. Yeah, morals, right? Because I think maybe he's going to get into it at some point, but the way I interpret Maxwell, if he's being genuine, is that he would probably also have moral concerns about the whole, both the branching and the simulating and the putting those constructs into human bodies. What did he say? And this is where it gets tricky, because if anyone from the board finds out, they could get the wrong idea. Yeah, the way I'm reading is he's going to get in big trouble as well, and there's a chance that none of us are gonna see the light of day again if this comes out and goes over bad with the board of directors, Rapidium or not. Yeah. That you're experimenting again?
Experimenting again?
That I'm using the situation to turn things around for myself.
Aren't you?
That's quite a harsh accusation, considering the mess I've got you out of, Jan Dolsky.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
Okay. I get it.
So it's just between me and you. And I have to warn you, it may get harder for you.
Harder? How?
Well, there might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're both in uncharted territory.
Less uncharted for you,
Lucas
probably.
is working on establishing the most convenient rendezvous point. He'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Take care, Jan. It's going well. Just keep it up, and you'll be proud of yourself.
I don't like that, but... yeah, so it makes sense why Maxwell and Lucas really emphasized that no one can know about the altars, including Lena. I'm not sure, I can't remember, I might actually have to watch the original, the first call with Lena back. Does Lena know that we found Rupidium? And if so, is that like a known thing in the corporation? Or is Maxwell keeping the whole thing under wraps? Insofar that we may as well die and no one would actually know that both about the altars and about the Rupidium. I'm not sure about that. I'd have to double check that. Let's meet up in the kitchen, and I guess we're gonna have to make some music. Little jam session.
Okay, I've got us a guitar. Now, what do we want to play?
A
How
guitar?
about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves.
For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote? True, that could be a bit awkward.
Huh. People liked our lyrics, but yeah, I guess they didn't age well. But we had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics. Something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience.
Wouldn't anything...
And by audience, you
Yeah,
mean...
you are your audience, so
Us.
anything would be relatable, right? Anything you would
Let's
come
write
up
about
with?
us. What do you
Well,
think, Jan?
Not really, it would have to be like about your first 19 years of life or whatever, where the first branching point was. I mean, I was never much of a writer. I think that's true, right?
I don't know. I was never much of a writer, so... I guess that means none of us are.
Let's check the
Oh,
quantum
come
computer. Maybe the
on.
young writer
Do it
is on there.
together. Share our experiences. Just pour our hearts into those lyrics.
What exactly would you write about?
Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew, what unites
Oh yeah,
us,
sure. I guess you
what
could also...
divides us.
I would add something about the love that we share.
Okay,
All
hippie.
good songs are about love.
And I could sing something about things we really want to get back from the bottom of my heart, you know? Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac?
What about me?
What would you like to sing about?
What's your subject of choice?
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Is he actually gonna come around on this,
We're in
or
this together.
is he...
Fine. Give me the shortest part.
Alright, fair enough.
And what'll you sing about?
Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity.
Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about?
The road ahead of us, the path we travel together. The path we travel together.
I could sing about all the things we've been through. Well, that could work. You could start with something like, on the path I left behind.
I've been roaming with no guiding light. I've made choices that were not always right. I've been roaming with no guiding light.
How about I've been roaming with no guiding light?
Yeah.
There
But
was...
I'm no longer left all by myself.
Are we tone deaf? together we've got a common goal in sight.
We've got a common goal in sight. All right, looks like we've got it. Oh, sweet.
Those lyrics
Let's
are ass.
just get this over with. Okay,
But
here goes.
are they really gonna do it?
Growing up apart, we shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around. Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts.
Rotten is actually nice voice.
Another turn, my life would never be the same if I could get another chance today. On the path I left behind, I've been roaming with no guiding light, but I'm no longer left all by myself. We've got a common goal in sight. Things that we lost, the personal cost, are they really gone forever? We're not gonna fail, we need to prevail and sail together. And though it seems now anything could be undone,
It's so absurd.
would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today, if I could take us somewhere.
We're rolling over an alien planet.
Race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight.
But it's really, really, really well made and really fun. Does that bring us
Did we stop again?
to the end of this part of the journey? Or the
There
moving part?
already? The base seems to be a bit wobbly. Are you sure we're not moving? Or
Earthquake?
like alcohol intoxication has wreaked havoc on your
No.
vestibular system? My what?
Gravity anomalies?
We're not moving. Something has to be blocking our way again. The navigation readings are curious. Curious? In what way? I don't know exactly, but something's distorting them. Okay. Nothing cures a hangover like taking a walk. Wanna go and check that thing out, Jan?
Act 2. All right. Let's check out why we had to stop. Airlock. Ooh, it's a big one. I don't think we should get too close. Did we get a save, by the way? We did.
What the hell is that?
Does it
Another
go
kind of
anywhere?
sure distorting gravity around here. Need to think of a
Can't
way
really
to
tell.
deal with it if we want to push on.
Yeah. Discuss the anomaly with a scientist. Oh, and we can already explore some more of our... Oh! What's this?
What is this? A new anomaly?
Time dilation. Time goes...
Could you check if we still got some storage space?
Time goes... faster. Ooh. I guess. Okay, let's head back. Let's go see what the scientist has to say about all that.
Want me to take a look there?
Sure, and we should maybe... Let's cancel that. Cancel that. And use the little metal that we have to build at least one more small storage unit. Just to make sure we're not completely running out of stuff. In terms of assignments, workshop assignment does make sense for now, and the botanist can go in the greenhouse. Scientist can go here and the miner can go here. Oh, actually the scientist can go into the research lab. Because we should start actually researching stuff now. Hub pylon. Unlocks the hub pylon, which has a much greater range, than a standard pylon. I guess that might be a little useful now that we're gonna be connecting stuff soon. So let's research that. And non-metals efficiency 2. Mining minerals, rubidium and organics is 15% faster. Let's grab that next. Production, qubit chip, repair kit, cooked meal. Okay, I think we're good for now. Let's speak to the scientist. He's in the elevator currently.
So much stuff you need to take on exploration. Batteries, drills, detectors. That preparation must feel like a second job.
He's in the research lab, which makes sense because this is where he was just assigned by yours truly. I found a time-bending anomaly.
You're never gonna believe what I found.
I'm pretty sure he is.
Let me guess. A time-distorting anomaly? What? How did you know? Well, considering the presence of this huge gravitational anomaly in this area and Frankov's calculations, I expected you to stumble upon one sooner or later. As you know, differences in gravitational potentials create the effect of time dilation.
As we know.
So, I just connected the dots. You could have done it as well, had you taken the time to stop and think.
Sure, buddy. I was busy discovering it.
I guess I was too busy discovering it. Of course, the credit is yours. Now, tell me more about it. Well, when I got inside this thing, it just, slowed me down while
Oh yeah,
all
I
around
guess
you time seemed to speed up.
your local time goes slower. So.
Yeah. What a discovery, Jan. This is just getting more and more fascinating. Well, it's pretty hard to get rid of. The closer I get to its core, the more time I lose on the outside.
Oh, I didn't actually notice
Yes,
that.
but you're also approaching the center of its gravity, which means that the core should slow down and be an easier target. Huh. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thanks.
I also examined our obstacle.
Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks. Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval.
No, let's just go. How do we move on?
There's no time for that. We need to figure out a way to move on. Well, there's no way you'll find a solution if you don't study the problem first, is there? Okay, I get it. What are we looking for then? We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map. Okay, I'm on it.
You feeling all right?
Hey, you feeling all right? I think my metabolism of glucose might have been affected. I'm finding it hard to concentrate. That's exactly what I feared. This party was premature.
Look, it was good for morale. And now we can get back to work. That's exactly how it should work, right? Okay, our next task is to craft a gravity sensor, which I am going to do later, because right now we're dying, right? Slowly but surely. We don't have any metals, we don't have any minerals. We don't have any rupidium. We really need to make sure we get some more. Ooh, and actually we don't really have enough. We don't even have enough metals to craft a mining outpost. So that needs to be our first order of business, actually. And in order to do that, I need to go out and find some metals that I can manually mine. And I'm sure there's no way to actually softlock, right? Surely. Surely we're not going to softlock ourselves. High climb. I don't think I can do any high climbs yet, right? This needs a drill, which I also destroyed in order to make it, in order to get our base moving. Ooh, there's another landing pod. Why? Why are there cargo pods here? It's weird, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, is it one of those moving ones, or
I haven't seen them behave like this.
damaged ship? That's nice, but doesn't help us. For now, it doesn't help us at all, right? Because we don't have the researches. There's an enriched metals outpost which we can't use because we don't have enough. We don't have the resources to actually create a drill. But it would be nice because it would also give us some organics. But as it stands, organics isn't really our biggest problem. But it probably will become. I'll come to regret those words. Where else can we go? Something is weird about the camera. It sometimes seems to, for some reason, snap 180 degrees when I close the map. Usually, ooh. Let's get rid of one of those. Oh. There we go. What's this? Oh, it's, I guess, a big climb now. This is organics, which is the only thing we don't really desperately need right now. This is minerals, which we have nothing of, so let's take some. I see some metals. Let's see, I'm guessing the first metals were, yeah, they're going to go straight to the queue, right? Wait, it's the mining outpost, right? It's supposed to go straight there. I wonder if there is a metals mining deposit that I can reach without climbing, or at least only with a medium climb, maybe. Can drop down here. This is a minerals deposit. Down here, right, it's an organics deposit. That's all also leading into the organics deposit. Is there anything I'm missing? I guess back there, right? Everything else is behind the climb. Should I take those shadow organics right now? No. I think it's a waste of time. Man, it looks cool, but yeah, we're really going to need the upgrade for reducing the energy cost of climbing. Okay, I'm only going to find the enriched metals deposit for now. So let's grab the scanner. Pulse wave. I think it was this way. Recall. Okay. I'm completely wrong. It's here. Here? Maybe here? Man, this anomaly is... Oh. I don't think I actually have enough energy, right? I did. I didn't. It's still there. How do I get the scanner back out? Building mode. No. Polygon scanner. Ugh. I really don't want to waste the battery on this. Polygon scanner. I'm sure he's gonna be sitting right on top of it, right? Fuck, I'm gonna use the battery. Screw you, man. Fucking hell. Where is the deposit? I can't anymore with this. I'm probably gonna have to invest in this, right? In the scanning technology. I'm guessing it's here. Yep. Let's building mode, place the outpost. Are we getting irradiated or are we already irradiated? Can we place some pylons? We can. Please tell me we connected. Oh, we did. Let's think about where else we might need the pylon for this. I guess we have to connect this way. There we go. Let's make sure for tomorrow that we assign Jan Miner to the enriched metal outpost. But for now, day is almost over anyways, so let's head inside. And I guess we're gonna exhaust the dialogue while we're at it. What does the botanist want? Feeling alright after the party?
Hey, you feeling alright? What? Oh, I don't remember anything from last night, except for waking up in the technician's bed, which I'd rather forget.
Where's the rest? Dorm. Both in the dorm. All three are in the dorm. Technician first. Feeling alright after the party?
Hey, you feeling alright? Yep, yeah. Just a little dizzy after last night. I don't think I ate enough fatty foods. Not that we have any in here. Could have made more pierogi.
Pierogi again, I guess. Not now. What are we eating, by the way? Cooked, it just says cooked meal. A high quality meal that actually tastes good. I guess, I mean, that's good, right? It's most of what you would want. Hey, Mr. Scientist. I discovered a pulsating anomaly.
I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating.
Pulsating? As in shrinking and expanding?
Yes.
Yeah, and it seemed to have 2 cores inside.
Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates?
Thanks for the backseating.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Okay, last Jan Miner is hanging out in the social room. Let's make sure we talk to him as well. You feeling alright after the party?
Hey, you feeling alright? Oh man, don't ask.
Guess not.
It's always the same. I had so much fun last night. Then, boom. Fucking anxiety kicks in. Don't happen to have any chamomile on you?
Okay. Now, it's time to head to sleep for the first time at a new location. And tomorrow we gotta start actually filling our resources back up, because otherwise we're going to starve very shortly. I hope the next countdown doesn't start tomorrow. For now, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.